There was a time in my life a few years ago when everything was a complete mess. My startup idea was not working. We were losing money every single day. My startup just had enough money to survive for a few months. If we were not able to turn around the business, we would be dead. Now, to turn around the business, to change everything, I had to change the business model and do a ton of work which required us to be energized and confident. And yet, as you can imagine, when you are losing money every single day, with no idea what's going on, at that point, the last thing you have is energy. So you are like rock bottom in energy and you need to be here. Felt like an impossible task. And yet, I was able to build some habits which gave me the confidence and energy to change everything. And today I'm going to share with you not just a story, but some lessons which you can use to break this sense of being stuck or this rut sometimes that we find ourselves in. So now, here's what I want to ask you. Watch this video till the end because I'm going to share with you specific points and specific learnings from my life. And remember, half knowledge is not very useful. All right? So watch it fully and then implement these ideas. Let's get started. Now, going back to the example I referred, when I was feeling this total loss of energy, feeling sad and anxious and depressed all at the same time, I heard about some people waking up at 5 a.m. and then going for a run or doing a workout or following a routine. Now, I have talked about this in another YouTube video on the channel, and I'll put the link in the description. If you want, you can refer to it. But the short version is, when I read about that, I thought it's not a bad idea, and I started setting up the alarm, waking up every day at 4:45 a.m., quite early. And then I would go to the gym. Typically, I would be like the first person or the second person to be there when the gym opened, finish my workout, and I would be back home by 6:30. And you might think, okay, this was just about fitness. No. Because I was waking up early and finishing my workout, first of all, I felt energized every single day. Second, you have the sense of confidence that if I can push and crush this seemingly difficult task every single day, if I can prevail over myself, I can do other stuff. In fact, I observed in those days, I would snack less, I would eat healthy. One good habit would give you the energy, and you don't want to waste it by doing stupid things. So you start doing other good things. It started spreading. And my anxiety went down. I started feeling more energetic, more positive. Everything changed with that one thing. And that thing, this one habit which can spread and trigger positivity, we have a name for it. It's called a Keystone habit. This name was given by an author called Charles Duhigg in his book. And today I'm going to share with you a few such keystone habits. And the reason I think they're really important is if you find yourself in that situation, you will notice that there are probably like a dozen things you want to change. You want to be more focused, do focused work, spend less time on your smartphone, not waste time on Netflix every night. You want to eat healthy. You want to be nicer to your colleagues, control your moods better, be more fit. When you have these 10, 12, 15 goals that you want to accomplish, it just feels so overwhelming. Like, how do I get started? And fortunately, the answer is you do not have to do all those 8, 10, 12, 15 things. You can just change that one thing. Pick a right keystone habit and change it, and the way a domino falls. Remember, domino? One tile falls, the next one falls, and it just spreads. So that is what we're going to talk about today. And I'll share with you 5 keystone habits. And these are all from my own personal experience. I know they work because they have worked for me, and I'm pretty sure they'll work for you. Let's get started. Number 1, I talked about working out. I know it sounds very simple. You might be thinking, come on, like we all know that, but hear me out. Hold on. Let's understand this. When you do a workout regularly, especially if you do an intense workout, maybe a long run, possibly even gym, aerobics, dance, Zumba, doesn't matter. Any intense workout, what does it do? It unleashes a storm of neurotransmitters in your brain. There's a cocktail of neurotransmitters. You will have things like dopamine, epinephrine, and there are other chemicals as well which are released in your brain and in your body. So when you have dopamine, it is the motivation chemical. It makes you motivated. So remember, every time you work out, you get motivated, you get energized, and that motivation you can take to any other area of your life. When you have epinephrine or adrenaline released in your body, it energizes you. All these things, they add up. When you do an intense long workout, your brain will release something called endorphins. Endorphins are endogenic morphine. So these are almost like morphine calms you down. You should not be taking it, so it's a drug. In our brain itself, we have that mechanism. So whenever I finish like a long run, especially like hour plus, it feels blissful. So when you have all these chemicals in your head sloshing and the levels go up, what happens? You become confident, you become energetic, and you become focused. And with that focus and energy, you can go and achieve anything during the day. Don't take my word for it. Try it and see for yourself. So that's why daily workout, especially an intense workout, is and can be for you a very powerful keystone habit. Just start with that and see what else follows. Next, let's talk about daily learning. Now, this again may seem like, okay, learning is useful, but how is a keystone habit? Hold on to that thought. I'll explain. Today, we have amazing learning opportunities. In fact, I can't speak for you specifically, but there's a high probability that in your Udemy or Coursera, whatever subscription you have, you probably may have tens or dozens of courses or online resources you have collected, but you have never really completed. All of us do that. I'm not judging you or judging myself, anybody. But the point is, when we sign up for a course and don't finish, and when we keep repeating that behavior, what happens? Every time you sign up for something and don't follow up, in your mind, in your brain, the story changes. You feel like, I procrastinate, I can't do it, mujhse to hota hi nahi hai, this is too hard. Our self-belief goes down. But change that one thing. Instead of feeling that I cannot make progress, finish one course, make progress in one specific online course or any learning program for that matter, you will start feeling like the story will change. Instead of the story being mujhse to hota hi nahi, I cannot do it, now the story will become, I can make progress, I can get things done. And when that thought comes, when that's your mindset, that mindset will start changing everything else. Just to give you an interesting story, long time back when we just started our online learning boot camps, focused learning boot camps at HabitStrong, one of the persons who gave feedback he said that when I fell into this habit, I was able to lose more than 5 kilos weight in a month. And now you might think, okay, but what does learning have to do with weight loss? It's like totally unrelated. Yes. But when you feel that sense of discipline and progress, you are able to take that discipline and that energy and that focused motivation to other areas of your life. So this can again be a very powerful keystone habit. Let's go to number 3. Let's talk about waking up early. Now, I know what some of you might say, I'm a night owl, I sleep late. I understand. When I say waking up early, it could be 4:30, it could be 5, 5:36. I'm not giving a specific time. Of course, I have found that around 5-ish, 5 o'clock is a great time. But let's not get caught up in that. Let's think about waking up an hour or two earlier than you normally do. The reason this can be a keystone habit is if you have to wake up early, what do you have to do? You have to sleep early. At night, how do we spend our time? After 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, most of us, we are on a smartphone, checking here, checking there, this app, that Instagram, maybe Netflix. Very rarely do we do anything which is truly enjoyable. These things, they seem fun, they're not fun. They just make you feel sick. They just take away the joy from your life. So essentially, waking up early does a couple of things. Number one, it saves that 2 to 3 hours of time you're wasting at night, and it rechannelizes those 2 hours or 3 hours in the morning when you're focused, you're fresh. You wake up early, you get to see the early morning sun. If you wake up before 5, you can see the sun rising, the beautiful sky, and then you are ready to start your day even before the world has gotten started. And once you have done your workout, you have time to do that. You have time for meditation, time for whatever you find meaningful. So waking up early can trigger a series of changes, and you will see it affecting every area of your life. Next, let's talk about our smartphone. Now, smartphone de-addiction or smartphone detox can again be a very, very impactful, high impact keystone habit. Very simple reason why. For most of us, smartphone is the villain. It destroys our energy and focus like nothing else can. From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, how many times we check our phones and for what reason? It's just a deadly habit deep inside us. So if you can work on that and cut down on your smartphone addictions, have certain times of the day during which you check your smartphone, remove apps, remove notifications, figure out how you want to do it. I'm not spending too much time on that. But if you can bring your smartphone habits under control, just even to a small extent, you will see this will give you back focus, it'll give you back your sense of confidence, and you'll start making progress. Lastly, meditation. Now, again, I know you've heard this. Hold on to that thought. Why meditation? Very simple. One big reason why we get stuck in life is we don't have control over our own mind. When we get angry, we don't know how to control the anger. When we see somebody else who's very successful, we feel jealous. Again, that jealousy, instead of motivating us, it just pushes us back. Any negative emotion will hurt us. Anxiety, once again, it will suppress you. So whether it's anxiety, depression, any kind of negative sentiment, all those things can pull us down. They can wreck our mindset, give us negativity. And a person, if my mind is full of negativity, I can never make progress. And meditation is a wonderful, simple, but very, very effective means to bring calm and control, start our morning with that sense of poise, sense of I am in control of my life. We can start feeling kind towards others. We can start building goodwill for everybody else. And we'll be able to overcome jealousy, negativity, very, very, I would say, with near certainty. But there is one thing. It takes time. Meditation is not an instant fix, but it is the most powerful thing that you can learn. Specifically, even more specific, I'll give you three things. Three types of meditation. One is mindfulness of breath. Start with that. It'll help you build single-pointed concentration. And once your concentration improves, you can start learning better. You can start engaging with your colleagues better. You'll work more in a more focused manner. Everything will improve. So mindfulness of breath, number one. Number two, there is a meditation called loving kindness meditation. I know the name sounds sort of unfamiliar for some of you. That's okay. It's a little bit harder, but this will bring down your negativity substantially. You will start feeling more positive. Hostility will go down. It will truly help you, especially if you're struggling with anxiety and depression. Loving kindness is going to be of enormous value. And third is Vipassana. I'm sure you heard about it. You can check it out if you're not sure. These three may be in this sequence. Start with mindfulness of breath, then build loving kindness practice, and then you can go to Vipassana. And if you can do these over months and years, it'll again be a life-changing Keystone habits. So these are 5 things. Now, which one should you pick? Your choice. Don't overthink it. Pick one, get started. Remember, listening to somebody talk is not going to change. The only thing that can change you is action. So you need to act. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel because I'm going to see you in the next video and I'll give you more tips to improve your life, to change things and to just live a happy, lovely, wonderful life. Thank you for watching and stay in touch. Take care. Bye.